Hi guys, today we're talking about sexual energy transmutation and mind, money and creativity. Sexual energy transmutation, a big word. What does it mean? As you know by now, I like to keep things simple, and my aim and mission is to demystify these things. Transmutation in essence means changing from one form to another, changing from one energy to another energy. So in other words, sexual energy transmutation means taking sexual energy and transmuting that sexual energy into some other form of energy. So we have been building up this energy in our bodies, we've been holding our ejaculation, we've been plugging the little holes of where energy leakage is happening. So now we have this energy building up in our body, and the sexual energy is in our bodies and it is expanding, it's building up, and now we can either use the sexual energy to make love and make love for hours and make love the next day for hours, or we can also use it to transmute it into something else, to put the intention there to change this energy that is going towards a physical activity and to put it into another activity. From the physical sexual activity to put it into another activity, like, let's look at a few examples, like writing a book, starting a company, making money, painting a painting, whatever you can think of. So it's in essence taking this energy that's building up, and there are two aspects to this energy, and that is the fact that it gives you oomph, so you've got this extra energy, but a very important and critical aspect also is that the sexual energy raises the vibrational frequency of your thoughts and your thinking. So you operate normally on a certain level of thinking, but when you get mind stimuli, and the mind stimuli could be many things, it could be love, it could be friendship, it could be desire for fame, fortune, money, it could be sex. All of these things stimulate our minds, and when our minds get stimulated, the frequency of our thinking increases. So we now go into a higher frequency of thinking, and because we're in a higher frequency of thinking, we now have access to creative imagination. Enthusiasm kicks in, and we now almost, it's almost like an aeroplane that's standing on the ground when we're on a normal thinking vibration, and when it lifts up and we go up in the sky, the energy increases and we go to a point of looking over the horizon and seeing so much more, and we tap into infinite intelligence, into the subconscious, and that is in essence what's happening when we get mind stimuli. That's in essence what's happening when we create in engaging with the world in a stimulating way, when we engage with our bodies and with our sexual energy in a stimulating way. It just doesn't just give us the energy, but it also raises our vibration. And this you may not see all over. A lot of people talk about this energy lifting, but what is crystal clear to me is that your vibrational thinking is also lifts. And when your vibrational thinking lifts, you have access to so much more, not just limited to your own reason faculty, but you're also being lifted now into infinite intelligence. So when you're in this space, you can use that for beautiful creative lovemaking, and you can also use it for some endeavors that you want to change or transmute this energy into. So I invite you to look at the purpose of doing this course, your purpose for the next year, your purpose for life. Some of the exercises we've done in this course earlier on, where we identified some of these areas, and I invite you to experiment with that, to bring that into your consciousness and take this sexual energy that we've been building up and experiment with that and put that in. One way of doing it is actually the sexual energy integration exercise, where you can actually bring the energy up and you can say, I'm transmuting this energy into starting a business. I'm transmuting this energy into writing a book, or whatever works for you. So you can actually use the physical integration exercise by physically moving that up and then putting the intention towards something else. It doesn't have to even be in a sexual integration exercise. It's a beautiful practical way of doing it, but it could just be in shifting your attention. It could just be in shifting your focus from the physical part, the sexual part, to a specific goal that you want to achieve. So how can I spell it out even more? So it's almost taking, you got sexual arousal rate happening, and you have that energy of you're horny, and you have this fuck energy and you want to go fuck. It's taking that fuck energy and putting it into creative writing of a book energy. Does it make sense? So taking the energy that is sexual, physical, I want to fuck now, and you can go and do that. Nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful. Or you can go and say, oh, I feel this energy. Okay, let me transmute it. I feel it in my body. I'm vibrating high. My body is like, woo, I've got loads of energy. And now, wow, let me go and sit there and take my iPad and wow, I'm starting writing. Just sitting there and let that energy flow out through your fingertips into the words that are being typed and becomes a book. For example, it could also be, okay, let's put an Excel spreadsheet together, how I'm going to start this business. And you sit there and you're like for 3 hours not doing anything else but just moving financial numbers around and getting excited how you're going to start this business, how you're going to change the world, how you're going to make money. And all that excitement flows out there in that space. But that excitement and that energy comes from this fuck energy. So you had this fuck energy, and now you don't go and ejaculate it out. You actually hold it in your body. You hold it for 7 days. You don't just ejaculate every fucking day. You hold it for 7 days. You hold it for 2 weeks. You hold it whatever your ejaculation frequency period is. And you feel this energy building in your body, and now it sits there. Now before, you got stressed and you go and ejaculated it out because you don't know what to do with it. Now you have the knowledge. And I wish I had this knowledge 10 years ago in my crazy Cape Town days where I partied like crazy and fucked like crazy. Part of that was fine, but I wish I knew that I could utilize this energy and transmute this energy for creative endeavors. So I'm also really vulnerable in this video that I have missed opportunities in probably the last 10 years of not doing it. Prior to my life, 15, 20 years ago, I without knowing, I utilized this energy for beautiful creations in business. I didn't realize I was transmuting. I wasn't aware of it. Like most of you that are already doing this stuff are not aware of it. I invite you now to bring it into your consciousness, to really be conscious and aware and focus and directed how you could use this energy, because it is beautiful, powerful energy, and you can use it for whatever you want in the world, for yourself, for the good of the world, for whatever. You could use it for the bad also. It's created beautiful energy. It can be used for anything. However, if you can use this energy and you can connect this energy with love, it takes it to another level. So I invite you to bring this energy that you feel, this creative, strong energy that you feel, this fuck energy that you're now going to transmute in your body to whatever this thing is you're going to do. And when doing it, I invite you to also drop into love for yourself, drop into love for the greater good, because it does take this to another level. The sexual energy raises your vibration already to a high level, but if you combine that with love, it brings so much more to it. Guys, I know this is a mouthful, so the parts that use or lose, so the parts that don't make sense, let that go. The parts that make sense, go for it. In essence, the least I want you to do is to experiment with it, to do this transmutation whilst you're doing this energy integration and think, okay, I'm going to move that. I have this fuck energy right now, and now I'm going to do it. Okay, let me put this into something. Just go and try and experiment with that. Go and try and endeavor by utilizing that and see how much more energy you have for doing the work and sitting there for a few hours doing the work, number one. And number two, look at the level of your creativity and the level of your thinking and imagination and creativeness that comes up. So I invite you to look at whatever you've looked at in this period as a purpose for this course, as a purpose for your next year, a purpose for your life, and then start experimenting with this. We're at the end of towards the end of this course now, but now it's a great opportunity to start experimenting with this the last few days, and to take this also forward in your life going forward. Experiment with this, and have fun. Drop into the innocence of a young boy. Got nothing to lose, got a massive amount to gain. My best wishes go with you. Enjoy and have fun.